by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for the Bounty Hunter on PS2, but it's now there to download for your PS4. So it's really cheap. I mean, I remember when this first came out for PlayStation 2, I went and got it because I'm a massive Star Wars fan. And basically, it's on the PlayStation Store now, and it's only £4 because it's got a 40% discount off it. So just go and get it if you fancy it anyway. But I remember it being really good when I had my PS2. So God knows how many years ago that was. And I remember it being amazing because you scan your blokes, you get your targets, you collect your bounties. Like, you don't have to kill everyone, you can like take them non-lethal and then you get more money. So it was a good idea in that respect. But this is just at the beginning of the game and I haven't even got my jetpack yet. So you just resorted to running around and jumping. But if you see here, like, I found it really hard at first because the controls are an absolute nightmare. You can't change the X axis, it just doesn't exist. You can only change the Y axis in the options, so that's shit. Everything's really sensitive, like, so you'll notice when I'm trying to run in a straight line, it's just, I'm snaking all over the place because the camera moves really quickly. And also, like, the cameras, everything's opposites, so down's up and up's down and left's right and right's left. So like, I'm faffing about with the camera loads on this because you know, I'm finding it hard. I keep remember your instinctive way to go on every other game is the opposite way you need to do it on this game. So that's one thing I didn't like about it. The graphics aren't too bad, considering it was PlayStation 2. I mean, I don't think they're as good as the Warriors. That review I done the other day, the Warriors. I've just been playing it. I've just done a level on it there, and I'm loving it. I'm so glad I was able to download it again because it was just one of those games I wish I could have kept. It's the same as the Godfather and Scarface game, the Warriors, Manhunt. There's a few titles. Battlefront, the old Battlefronts, they're amazing. And there's some really good titles which they should hopefully bring back to download. But all the cutscenes I've got like Count Dooku in it and the Emperor. So the cutscenes are like good, and plus you do feel like you're in the Star Wars universe because of like all the baddies, like Greedo kind of species there, and you know, like you're in the spaceports and the backgrounds and everything in the music. It's all Lucas. Like at the beginning, you're seeing the beginning logo. It's all Star Wars, so it feels good. But like I say, the cameras are just all over the place. So it's hard to like get used to the controls. And plus, I'm fighting them. You press circle to change your weapon. You press, or you can press the directional buttons to flick through them. But I was just running around chinning people with my fists instead of shooting them. Because you can just proper, what me and my friend call a chinky finger, where you can just tap it rapidly, really fast. Like, you can't even hear the plastic making a noise, it's just silent and you're tapping it really fast. And you can just do that with your laser guns, and you can just wipe out like 20 people at once, which I found later on. And that bit where you've done your laser on your arm, and you've done like the grate, you can cut the grate out, I like that. But you got to think this. I can't even remember when this came out. I mean, it must have been early 2000s. See how I'm looking up all the time? It's because I'm trying to look down. And this is a bit later. This is some other footage where I've got my rocket pack now. I think I was on to the 3rd level in this way, and it only lasts for those orange bars next to your health, so you can waste out. It's a bit like No Man's Sky. So it's just like an extended jump, really. So it does come in handy though. when you're flying around because it helps you navigate. But coming to navigation, there is no map, so you don't really know where the hell you're going. You've got to remember. So there was a few times, especially on this level, like I was getting lost because I couldn't see where to go. It wasn't plainly obvious. But once I realised I had to start using my jetpack to like jump around and get around, then I realised I had to try and make my way up. But I was following a ship, like you're following somebody, and then it's I don't know. It's a shame, even though it was £4. I mean, if I paid anything more than £4, I think I would have been absolutely devastated because it is shit. Like I'm finding it's because it's never as good as you remember. That goes with anything, music, books, like movies, like anything. You look back with fondness, and it's just not as good as you remember it because I remember this being class at the time. But playing it again, I'm just frustrated with it, mainly because of the controls. But as a game, I'm still going to stick at it. I'm going to try and get as far as I can on it. So if you like Star Wars and you want a throwback to the PS2 game, then just go and download it because it's only £4. So that's it. So yeah.